to be hitting this benchmark year?
Yeah, my principal goal is to be a fair for discovery. This is very important. It's not a fair, I should say, for investment, but I like very much discovery. And I like to look at, the new horizon of contemporary international creation. So, especially coming from Africa.
Why is that exciting to you?
It was very exciting because then we show, I think we succeed in showing a very contemporary Africa. I think in France especially, people have more or less a kind of very backward vision of the continent, African continent. And it was very exciting to bring here in Paris galleries coming from Uganda, galleries coming from Johannesburg, Cape Town, and many sides of Africa, because here mainly people have this connection with West Africa, the former French colony,
yes.
Yeah. And I was exciting in bridging all the different faces of Africa.
We see a very, very mix of the culture between the traditional culture and the contemporary culture. Mm-hmm. In France, long time the rich people eat in porcelain de Limoges, and now porcelain de Limoges is in the museum. And in this culture, the African girl, the daughter of the rich man of the country, the rich people, have a special recognition with this, and they have a plate in wood with a draw inside, and that is her culture. But actually there is some métissage, so the artists think we must an exchange in the culture, European and African, and it will be a dream, but it can be like this if we want to go more longer. It's possible to take this because maybe they want to have some plates from recognized, like I know the European culture, and now my plate can be the sign of the European culture. So there is a lot of things about the métissage, cultural métissage.
Yes, amazing.
Last year Africa was the guest of honor of this fair, which is a modern and contemporary art fair. So you have a lot of things from from the after the war until now, and but we like to have this thematic approach of things, So every year we're dedicating, a focus on a country, on a region, and this year, it's of course. We're back a little bit to our origins because we're celebrating the 20th anniversary. So we did a special focus on the French art scenes, and also we've invited Switzerland as a guest of honor.
What does it mean for you to be a part of this particular show?
What does it mean for me?
To be a part of the Art Paris?
It's more of a privilege. I'm honored to be next to such great artists as Bruce Clark, Marion Bohem. It's also a chance for me probably to show some new collaborations with other artists who I love, who I work with.
For this exhibition, we wanted to do a theme on contemporary dance, and it was once we got the theme, the inspiration. I wouldn't say it came like that. I looked at the photos, and in fact, I used the photos of Wally Jura, who's dancing just now, as a starting point for my work. But my work is always layered. It's because I'm not satisfied with first impressions, if you like, and I want to sort of suggest that underneath the first impressions there are other impressions. There's always words, there's always other images hidden under there, and even if the theme is quite easy dance, contemporary dance, and I am trying to suggest that we live in a complex world, and you've got to sort of scratch the surface to find out what's underneath.
It was very interesting to work with events because I work always in a pattern, graphic design, African alphabet, and African symbol. And for me, my heart, I want to mix graphic design and dance. And for me, the point of this painting, this is like a point of energy. This is like
your chakras.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is. In this piece, I jump like a little bird. And yeah, I am young, and I have to discover more than I can do.
Ah, so keep jumping higher and higher.
Higher.
Yes, got it. Tell me about your art and your technique.
My technique, that's a secret.
A secret? Oh no.
No, so I'm working, I'm very interested by transparency. I've always been interested by how light goes through material. Whatever has to do with stained glass is something that I really love. And today I'm working with perspex, and I paint on perspex using oil glass and with the technique of just small dots of paint. All my characters, though the people who I paint, wear glasses, and you do not see the eyes actually.
Why?
Why? Because for several reasons. First of all, we say that the eyes are the window to your soul. So when I remove the eyes, you're actually looking directly into the soul of my characters. Why? Because I want to paint humanity and not just individuals. I want to celebrate humanity. So I have the impression that when I put eyes on my characters, we stop on, we stop on an individual. But when people look cool with the sunglasses, then we're talking about a much wider audience. And also, I only paint people who make me happy.
Okay.
Because I think life is much more fun than at times art seems to communicate. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. If I want to look at to appreciate you, I have to look at you from the perspective that I'm going to appreciate you. But if I want to hate you, then I'll start from the onset. You don't even need to talk to me. I just look at you, and if I decide that I do not want to see that anyone is good, then that's all that I'm going to see.
Well, I'm glad that you clearly like me.
Yes, of course.
Okay, my name is Wanjiro Kamuyu.
And you're from?
Kenya.
From Kenya.
And American as well.
And American.
Yeah, born and raised in Kenya. My mom's American, my dad's Kenyan.
So where do you live now?
I live in Paris now.
In Paris now. Okay, so we're global.
Yes, 3 continents.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to pose for this?
It was wonderful. Actually, we didn't pose. We did a photo shoot. And then I improvised with movement. And then he took all these photos. Then he decided to choose which image he wanted. And then he made several different visual art from them. So yeah, and I love cross-disciplinary collaborations. So it's really nice to be able to collaborate with Evans.
Okay.
And he's from Kenya, so it's very nice to be with a fellow Kenyan.
Yes.
We're very rare.
Yes,
when it comes to art, so
well, there's a lot of celebration of the African aesthetic now.
Yeah.
Last year, the focus here was dedicated to Africa, and all the popular culture is just lifting up African nuances in everything.
Exactly.
Being of Africa, forever, right? How did the film make you feel, right?
Babe, I walked out with my head high, honey. I was like, yes, this is amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Amazing. Yeah. It was a really amazing feeling to come out of there, to see all your people on that screen as heroes and heroines.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah.
And when we think about all the other great art that is coming out of Africa, long overdue.
Yes, very much.
So what is your expectation as an artist with this pivotal point in the history of African art, going global and being recognized on this level? What is your expectation?
I mean, I hope that it's the thing is, you become categorized and put in boxes. So I hope that with the celebration of artists who celebrate the African aesthetic, whether they're from the continent or the diaspora. I hope that we're taken out of this category, this box, and we're allowed to live also in the mainstream. Because that's the tendency as choreographer, oh, you should come do this, oh, it's the Black Choreographers Festival. Why can't I just be in the festival? You know, I mean, to celebrate my people is wonderful, to celebrate us is wonderful, but it would be nice to share it with the world as a whole. So I feel like this simmering that's happening right now, that's celebrating the African artist, is what is wonderful. But I just say pay attention to how it is done and how it is exposed and how it is embraced.
So this is one of the few internationally recognized venues where it is all inclusive.
Exactly, and that's phenomenal. You know, so slowly, as they say in French, petit à petit. So slowly, we'll get there, but it's really nice. And visual arts especially, I just love that it's contemporary, because we always go in, we always see the artifacts from 1400 something, but it's nice to celebrate the African contemporary visual artist, you know, that's really creating stuff from today. You know, always grounded in tradition and your roots, but it celebrates who we are today.